Evan's multi-tool sheared through the collar's latch with a spark and a snap. Sally Vaughan collapsed against the embassy corridor wall, claws scraping tile as she gasped. Red welts ringed her throat where the status band had overheated its ritual circuits, frying from a power surge. Her violet eyes locked on him wide with shock. "You freed me." Her voice rasped, words clipped in halting galactic standard. Evan pocketed the tool. Had to. That thing was cooking you. She lunged forward. Her palm slammed a thin metal band onto his wrist before he could pull back. It clicked shut, warm against his skin, pulsing once like a heartbeat. "Evan Mercer," she declared, voice steadying. "By the right of unlatching, you are my bondmate." "Husband," his wristband hummed. "What the? Get this off!" Boots thundered down the hall. 4 armored guards burst from a side door, first shield Jern in the lead. The alien captain's crest feathers bristled, plasma rifle leveled at Evan's chest. "Human tamperer," Jern barked. "You invoke the binding law." Evan raised his hands. The guards swarmed him anyway, slamming him face first into the wall. Cuffs bit his wrists, over the band. They yanked Saley upright too, her noble robes disheveled. "Captain," Siley said, chin high. "He acted in my defense. The collar malfunctioned." Jern ignored her. "Law cares not for intent. Tampering binds you both." Guards dragged them toward the exit, Evan stumbling over his boots. Evan twisted against the grip. "Hey, I fixed a problem." "Call it what you want, but this band's coming off." Saley walked beside him, unresisting. Her gaze flicked to his wrist. "It will not. The right is eternal unless magistrate voids it." Outside, hover sleds waited under the alien sky's perpetual haze. They shoved Evan into one, Saley beside him. Jern took the front, rifle across knees. The sled rocketed toward the city core. Spires of crystal and alloy blurring past. Evan tested the cuffs. Solid. The band on his wrist glowed faintly, syncing with Sah's new one identical, etched with swirling runes. "This, your idea of thanks," he muttered. Her scales flushed deeper blue. "Duty demands it. Collar nobles like me, we do not remove them lightly. You chose action. Now we share status." Evan snorted. "I'm a logistics tech, not a husband shopper. Embassy will sort this." Jern glanced back. "Embassy humans meddle too much. Your kind fixes without respect." Sled braked at the magistrate hall, a towering obsidian dome ringed by enforcer drones. Guards hauled them inside, past echoing chambers where robed figures chanted over data slates. They dumped Evan and Saley before a raised dais. Magistrate Keth Rao loomed there, beak-like mouth set in a scowl, talons clicking on polished stone. "Report," Rao snapped. Jern saluted. Human severed noble Vorn's status collar. She invoked binding. Witnesses confirm. Real's eyes narrowed on Evan. "Outsider, you know our law. Collar unlatching demands partnership. Eternal. To deter scavengers from noble lines." Evan straightened. "No translator here. I don't sign squat I can't read." Murmurs rippled through the chamber. Rahl gestured. A drone hummed forward, projecting holotext in English. "Read now," Real said. "Sign the union contract or face expulsion fine. Your mission ship impounded. Refuse partnership trial, and its labor debt. 10 cycles." Evan scanned the holo. Dense legalese, but clear. full legal merge, shared assets, domicile, reproduction clauses. His stomach twisted. I'm not signing my life away for a quick fix. Saeli stepped forward. Magistrate, he saved me from surge death. Honor the right properly. Real's gaze hardened. Noble Vaughn, your house pressures compliance. Outsiders dilute bloodlines. Prove this human worthy, or both forfeit status. Evan shot her a look. Her posture was rigid, but her tail flicked. Nervous? The chamber doors hissed. Toma Reyes strode in, human embassy badge gleaming. Evan, what fresh hell. Toma, Evan said, relief hitting. These guys collared me after I saved her neck, literally. Toma scanned the scene, smooth as ever. Magistrate Rao. Diplomatic immunity applies. Release my tech. Rao laughed, a dry click. Binding law supersedes treaties. Human must trial bond or pay. Jern crossed arms. He fails, we execute. Tampa penalty. Toma paled, but recovered. Evan, play along. Sign provisional. I'll. Lawyer is out. Evan eyed the holopad thrust at him. Provisional what? This says I'm hers till death. Saeli's hand brushed his arm. First contact since the band. Warm, steady. Evan Mercer, trust the process. My people build from duty. He met her eyes. Violet depths, fierce but not cruel. She'd slap the band on without hesitation. Disciplined, like him with a busted engine. Fine, he said. Provisional. But I get a say. His thumbprint sealed it. The bands flared, bright linking with a chime. Chamber gasped. Raoul nodded. Trial partnership begins. Cohabitated Voron estate. Prove compatibility in 30 cycles. Fail. Dissolve with penalties. Jern smirked. I escort. Human, one misstep. Save it. Evan cut in. Where's my gear? Sled ride to the Vorn estate, blurred in tense silence. Saeli sat close, forced proximity in the tight cabin. Her scent spice and ozone filled the space. Evan flexed his wrist. Band itched, but snug. This trial. What proves us? Shared trials, she said. House rights. Endurance. Offspring. Viability optional, but expected. He choked. Kids, we're strangers. Law binds first. Feeling follows. A claws tapped his cuff. You fixed without fear. Rare. Jern grunted from front. Humans improvise. We plan. Estate gates parted on a sprawling compound. Domed habitats. Gardens of glowing ferns. Servants bowed to Saeli. Stares on Evan. They marched him to a chamber. Hers. Wide bed, platform, data consoles. No doors out. Quarters shared, Jern said. Proximity enforces. Evan dropped his kit bag. Great fishbowl marriage. Saeli dismissed Jern with a nod. Door sealed. Alone. She faced him, robes loosening at the neck, welts fading under salve. Evan Mercer, we start now. He unpacked his multi-tool. First, explain this band. How's it work? Her eyes lit. Neural sync. Shares vitals. Remove it. Both die. His tool clattered. Bart slammed. She stepped closer. Duty first, then partnership. Outside, Jern's voice barked orders. Drones hummed patrol. Evan met her gaze. No choice but dive in. But as her hand lingered on his arm, pulse sinking through the band, he wondered if duty hid something more. A calm buzzed. Raoul's seal. Trial 1. Endurance right at dawn. Fail, and the human pays. Bevan snatched the calm from his wrist. Holo flickered to life. Magistrate Kethral's stern face filled the chamber. Scales etched with authority lines. Human mercer, Raoul intoned. You remove the collar. Statute 47. Alpha binds you. Recitation. Tempera of noble bond assumes spousal duty. Proof via rights, oath, endurance, union. Non-compliance forfeits freedom, life term in deep quarries. 72 hours to first compliance or arrest. Evan's jaw tightened, Sawelli's hand stilled on his arm. The neural band hummed, syncing their pulses, hers steady, his spiking. Immunity, Evan shot back. Exchange mission charter. Article 12. Diplomats exempt from local customs. Raoul's eyes narrowed. Exchange techs fix machines. Not bindings. Pause granted. Procedural review. 24 hours. Use it. Hollow winked out. Silence crashed in. Saeli pulled back, robes whispering. You fight law. Fix problems. Evan rubbed the band. This thing, neural sync. Vitals only, or more. More. She tapped it. Intent link. Lies show as pain. Oath, next, swear partnership, or Rao drags you. Evan paced the chamber. Bed platform gleamed under glow lamps. Consoles blinked data streams. No exits but the sealed door. Jern's drones patrolled outside, sensors whirring. Swear blind? No. He stopped. Negotiate. Temporary cohab. Proves proximity without. Everything. Her crest flared. Amusement. Humans bargain fate. Bold. She activated a console. Transmit request. Raal listens to nobles. Minutes ticked. Hollow reignited. Rail glowered. Cohabitation order? Pre-union trial. Test run, Evan said. Compliance light builds case. Saeli leaned in. He invokes husband's oath. Partial proximity vow. Eyewitness. Raal drunk clause. Accepted. Dawn right first. Endurance. Shared labor. No tools. Fail. Full sanction. Jern escorts. Holo died. Saeli faced him. Rest. Dawn tests. Evan dropped to the bed edge. What right? House trial. She dimmed lamps. Forge unity through strain. My people endure. You improvise. Sleep evaded. Ban pulsed her calm breaths. His mind raced. Logistics fix. Map unknowns. Adapt. Don Plaxums blared. Jern burst in. Armored. Spear slung. Move. Fields wait. They marched out, Saeli in work veils, Evan in mission jumpsuit. Estate sprawled, fern gardens pulsed biolume, habitats hummed. Servants parted, whispers trailing. Shuttle dropped them at razor-vine fields. Vast plots stretched under twin suns, vines thick as cables, thorns glinting. Workers, scaled kin, harvested in teams, blades flashing. Jern tossed harnesses. Manual clear. 10 strips by midday. No tech. Evan strapped in. Vines resisted. Barbed. Elastic. Saeli's claws sliced clean. She hauled bundles effortless. Status law? Evan grunted, yanking a vine. Thorn gashed his palm. Blood welled. She bandaged it mid-pull. Collars mark nobles. Tamper frees or binds. You chose bind, didn't choose. Vine snapped back, slashing his cheek. He pressed on, coiling it tight. Her eyes widened. Pain threshold, human norm. Normal Tuesday. He knotted the bundle. Triple secure. Stackham pyramid stability, she mimicked. Workers stared, her form perfect, his improvised. Jern prowled. Sloppy human. Vines regrow if loose. Evan ignored. By hour 3, sweat soaked him. Sally's breath sharpened. Fatigue? No. Band synced strain. Switch, he said. Your claws lead. I bind. Teams faltered nearby. One worker slipped. Vine whipped. Evan lunged, pinned it barehanded. Thorns pierced gloves. Sally hauled him free. Reckless. Effective. They cleared 9th strip. Jern grunted approval. Midday horn. Strips tallied. 10 plus 1. Jern scanned. Pass. Barely. Shuttle lift. Sally pressed salve to his wounds. You bleed free. We scar, loyal. Back at estate. Toma Reyes waited. Human liaison. Suit crisp amid alien stares. Evan, news feeds explode. Terran steals noble. Embassy pulls you. Law or not. Can't. Evan flexed bandaged hands. Linked. Immunity pause only. Toma eyed Sayeli. Play, house, quietly. Raw's no joke. Quarries crush bone. Jern shoved Toma aside. Intruder. Out. Sayeli intervened. Liaison stays. Human custom advisors. Inside chamber. Evan stripped gashes. Sayeli synced console vitals displayed. His heart rate wild. Hers synced lower. You push limits, she murmured. Ours plan endurance. You exceed. Teamwork. He met her gaze. Crest flushed. Band warmed. Intent link. Comm buzzed. Real again. Right past. Oath next. Dusk. Hall of Echoes. Full vow. Or cohab revoked. Prison awaits. Hollow out. Jern sealed door. Toma slit the hidden tracker. Signal, if bad. Alone. Sayeli loosened veils. Oath seals neural deep. Shares will. Evan swallowed. What if I mean it temporary? Pain. She touched band. Truth only. He nodded. Duty first. But her proximity stirred. Scales warm. Eyes curious. Human fix. Adapt. Build. Dusk fell. Hall of Echoes loomed. Vast dome. Walls. Etched statutes. Nobles packed tears. Rawl presided. Gavel ready. Jern flanked Evan. Speak true, or die linked. Sally knelt opposite. Robes formal. Real boomed. Evan Mercer, both. I bind to House Vaughan, endure trials, forge line. Evan breathed. Band hummed. I bind to House Vaughan. Endure trials. Forge. Partnership. Echoes amplified. No pain. Gasps rippled. Nobles leaned. Sayeli rose crest high. Accepted. Partial union. Rawl banged gavel. Cohab extended. Union trial tomorrow. Private. Fail. Full price. Crowd murmured. Jern gripped Evan's shoulder. Test. Squeeze. Released. Back to chamber. Doors sealed. Sally faced him. Truth past. No lie pain. You? Evan probed. Feel it. Band pulsed mutual. Her hand found his. Rare human will aligns. Toma's whisper come. Embassy riots. Play husband, Evan, or we all pay. Outside, drones intensified. Jern barked. Night watch doubles. No escape. Evan unpacked med kit. Alien salve mixed human antiseptic. Sally's wounds from vines faded fast. His lingered. She watched. Share bed. Right demands proximity. He nodded. Platform wide. They lay apart. Band-synced dreams. Pulses merged. Midnight, she stirred. Evan, law binds. But you. Choose. He turned, fixing. Together, her claws traced his arm. Gentle. Heat built. Not duty. Spark. Dawn come rail. Union right preps. Consummate or quarries claim you. Evan tensed. Sally's eyes locked. Choice narrowed. Prison or plunge. But partnership whispered more. Jern slammed the chamber door wide. Move. Residence now. Cohabitation clause activates at dawn. Evan grabbed his kit bag. Sally's hand brushed his, firm, not clinging. She nodded once. They followed Jern into the corridor. Drones hummed overhead, scanning. Two guards flanked them. Crests flared in warning. Toma's comm buzzed in Evan's ear. Residence is Vorn estate. Lux, but wired for surveillance. Play nice, Evan. Real's watching feeds. Shuttle ride blurred past spires and vine-choked towers. Sabali's family residence loomed. A fortress of polished stone, etched with glowing runes. Guards waved scanners over Evan at the gate. Clean. They marched him through halls lined with armored ancestors. Saili led to a vast chamber. Central platform dominated. Wide bed alcove woven from living fibers. Side niches held grooming stations. Data slabs. No doors. Open arches everywhere. Shared right space, Sally said. Her voice stayed even. Law demands proximity. No walls. Evan dropped his bag, scanned the room. Platform 20 feet across. Arches to baths. Lounge. Outer balcony. Privacy, zero. Not working. He pulled logistics tape from his kit. Military grade, glow-marked. Unspooled it fast. Sally's crest twitched. What? Boundaries. Evan stretched tape across the platform, dividing it in half. Stuck translated signs. Human zone. Sally zone. Pulled portable screen from bag. Collapsible alloy frame. Privacy film. Snapped it up, bisecting his side. Space fixes tension. Jern snorted from the archway. Arms crossed. Eyes narrow. Tampering. Spousal duties require access. Evan taped the screen base secure. Duties define proximity. Aid, union acts. Jern stepped closer, claws tapping hilt. Inspections start tonight. I verify compliance. Fail Rahl seizes. Saeli's tail flicked. She watched Evan work. Silent. Evan sealed the last edge. Tested shake. Solid. Scheduled. Hourly till consummation proof. Jern grinned, sharp teeth. First, bed share. No barriers. Evan met his gaze. Noted. We'll comply. Our way. Jern barked a laugh. Human way breaks law. See you at dusk. He strode out. Guards posted at arches. Scifi circled the barrier, touched the tape. Irreversible, like collar. Removable. Evan peeled a corner, restuck it. Temporary. Negotiable. Her eyes held his. Band pulsed, warm sync, cohabitation satisfied. For now. Toma calmed. Smart Evan. Buy time. Embassy pushing appeal, but Vaughan House blocks it. Cook. Food bonds 'em. Evan unpacked rations. Protein bars. Vac-seals. No stove. Scanned niche. Induction slab hummed under touch. Improvise. Sliced synth meat thin. Heated oil pack. Garlic powder from kit. Earth spice. Pungent. Sizzled onions from station stores. Rice analog boiled fast. Scifi watched from her side. Crest low. Curious. Human fuel? Stir-fry. Simple. Evan stirred. Steam rose. Savory. Share? Talk terms. She hesitated. Slid onto platform edge. Her zone. Terms? Dish divided. Handed her plate. Fork adapted from tool. Partnership, not prison. Band says truth. Use it. Scifi speared a piece. Chewed slow. Crest lifted. Spice. Burns clean. Strong. Human normal. Evan ate. Back home. Fix problems. Logistics. You. Noble duty? House Vaughan binds collars to status. She set plate down. Claws traced band. Remove one. Claimant weds. Or quarry. Evan nodded. Accident. Vines choked you. Cut collar to breathe. Kindness triggers law. Her voice softened. Ral enforces order. Jern tests intruders. Calm buzzed. Jern. Inspection 1. Bed status. Evan stood. Showtime. Jern entered. Scanner out. Eyed barrier. Proximity. Sali rose. Gestured platform. Shared. Divided for. Adjustment. Jern probed screen with claw. Barrier illegal. Remove. Evan blocked casual. Temporary. Law says cohabit, not merge. Jern's crest flared. Pushed screen. Evan braced it steady. No budge. Strength. Jern paused. Tested again. Human grip. Holds. Scifi stepped between. Compliance met. Inspected duty. Jern scanned her wounds. Faded scars. Evan's salve tub open. Human mix. Heals faster. Practical. Evan shrugged. Antiseptic plus your gel. Jern grunted. Pass for now. Next. Union progress. Out he went. Sourly exhaled. Tests escalate. Evan reset scream. Cook more? Builds trust. She nodded. Helped chop next round. Clause precise. Negotiation. Endure trials. Ral sets private tomorrow. Prove line forge. Consummate? Evan clarified. Kept voice level. Band pulsed. Her heat rose. Duty or quarries. Plate shared again. Silence comfortable. Her tail brushed his zone. Accidental. Toma comment low. Feeds love it. Human tames Vaughan right. Play husband longer. Evan leaned closer. Screen shadowed them. Scifi. Beyond law. She met his eyes. Claws grazed his hand. Deliberate. Band aligns. Rare. Will. Matches. Heat. Sparked. Not forced. Her robes shifted. Invitation. Jern's voice echoed Hall. Inspection 2 incoming. Evan pulled back. Reset plates. Tomorrow's trial. Prep together. Sci-Fi smiled. First real one. Crest high. Partnership. Door rattled. Churn loomed. But band hummed. Stronger. Choice loomed. Not prison. Plunge with spark. Plate steam curled. Sci-Fi's claw lingered on his. Jern scanned bed barrier held. Aid verified. Union. Progressing, Sci-Fi said. Voice steady. Jern eyed Evan. Human cook's conquest. Teamwork. Evan held gaze. Grunt. Jern left. Sci-Fi whispered. He yields ground. You shift him. Night deepened. Screen glowed faint. They lay opposite, zones clear. Band-synced pulses, dreams tangled, vines, tape, shared heat. Dawn come real. Trial chamber preps. Witnesses minimal. Fail union. Full price doubles. Evan tensed awake. Saveli's hand crossed barrier, gripped his. Together. Jern pounded door. Final inspection. Prove opaque. Spark ignited. Partnership forged in fire. But Rail's trial waited. Quarry's hungry. Sci-Fi yanked Evan's arm through the chamber doors. Stone floors echoed under booted feet. Jern flanked them, shield crest rigid. Right stage. Now, Clan's eyes, wait. Evan stumbled forward. Public square loomed ahead. Thousands packed tiered seats. Hollow screens amplified every twitch. Raoul stood central platform, robes stiff. Vorn air drags outsider. Bold or desperate, crowd hissed. Sayali's claws dug into Evan's sleeve. Clan status hangs. Complete bond, no choice. Evan scanned the stage. Datapad in pocket burned. Ritual steps downloaded overnight. Collar removal bound them legally. Public rights sealed it. Fail, and Quarries claimed her debt. His freedom, too. Jern shoved him up steps. Human. Follow exact. Touch wrong. Blades full. Rail raised a staff. Light. Pulsed. Witnesses note. Sci-Fi Vorn claims Evan Mercer. Rite begins. First weave. Hand link. Sci-Fi extended her arm. Crest quivered. Evan matched her grip. Palm to scaled palm. No fingers interlaced. Ritual forbade that for unproven pairs. He twisted wrists precise, mimicking hollow demo. Band on his arm hummed sync, crowd murmured. Safe. Second weave. Name, honor. Raoul interned. Sci-Fi leaned close. Heat radiated from her scales. Speak true. Bind us. Evan drew breath. Rivals in front row sneered. Noble crests marked them Vorn enemies. One jeered. Off-worlder Mangle's tongue. Sci-Fi. Ha! Quarry fodder. Laughter rippled. Sali's tail lashed. Evan ignored, studied her face. Eyes locked, expectant. Sci-Fi Vorn, he said. Vowels rolled perfect. Aspirated are sharp as her claws. Human ear trained on logistics codes caught alien phonemes. Clean. Silence. Crashed. Sci-Fi's crest flared high. Crowd gasped. Rail staff dipped. Pure tone. Accepted. Rivals shifted. One spat luck. Third weave breaks him. Evan's pulse steadied. Next step. Zone brush. Forbidden full contact. Pre-bond. Data warned. Tail to waist meant claim. Too soon. Scifi circled him slow. Stage spotlights glared. Sweat beaded his neck. He mirrored step left, right. Substituted air gesture. Open hand hovered near her mid-zone. No touch. Palm traced invisible line, echoing right vid. Her tail flicked close. Accidental? Band warned. Trust sparked. Jern grunted approval. Adept. Rivals boiled. Lead noble rose. Tampa! He mocked sacred weave. Collar thief deserves chains. Crowd split hisses versus cheers. A thrown vial shattered stage edge. Security drones whirred. Rail banged staff. Proof or silence. Evan pivoted. Kept eyes on Saeli. Fourth weave. Plate share. Table materialized. Steaming dishes. Symbolic feast. Saeli plated first. Offered slice Evan took. Chewed deliberate. Flavors burst. Spice sharp. Meat tender. He reciprocated. Cut precise. Handed back. No utensils crossed zones wrong. Her claws grazed his. Deliberate. Heat built. Rivals chanted. Mistake! Mistake! Human fumbles. Evan straightened. Redirected. Saeli Vorn. Again. Name perfect. Strength of clan. My hand in yours. Crowd hushed. She smiled. Crest peaked. Took his offering. Ate. Real nodded. Fifth weave. Vowlock. They knelt opposite. Forearms pressed. Band linked theirs. Pulses merged. Evan spoke scripted line. Adapted safe. Duty aligns. Partnership builds, Saeli echoed. Band seals. Beyond law. Light flared. Hollow screens exploded cheers. Union holds! Rivals slumped. Jern clapped Evan's shoulder. Firm. Testing. Survived stage. Barely. Tomacomed frantic. Feeds. Explode. Human masters Vorn right. Embassy ducks blades. Stay sharp. Raoul's not done. Evan rose. Saeli's hand lingered in his. Scales warm against skin. Spark jumped. Not forced. Real. Raoul approached. Eyes narrow. Right passes. Provisional. Clan status holds. But full trial tomorrow. Witnesses multiply. Prove daily rights or quarries double. Saeli tensed. Magistrate. Law binds. Rail turned to crowd. All see. Outsider weaves true. Or claims false. Murmurs rose. Rivals grinned anew. Jern pulled Evan aside. You shift ground. But enemies circle. Night quarters shared now. Prove endurance. Saeli's gaze met Evan's. Tail brushed his leg. Deliberate. Partnership deepens. Evan nodded. Band thrummed. Stage emptied, but eyes lingered. One slip tomorrow. Criminal forever. They stepped off platform. Drones trailed. Thomas' voice buzzed. Incoming rival petition. They demand private challenge. Accept? Saeli's claws tightened. Heat promised more. Evan exhaled. Prep me. Square lights dimmed. Partnership ignited. But rivals sharpened claws. Saeli led him through throngs. Hands brushed constant now. Bands synced breaths. Jern shadowed close. Human cooks well under fire. Teamwork, Evan said. She glanced back. Crest high. Yes. Embassy shuttle waited at square edge. Toma waved frantic. In. Real's guards reroute us. Safe house lockdown. Evan ducked aboard. Saleh beside him. Compartments sealed. First alone moment. She turned. Robes parted slightly. Right. You honored true. Name perfect. Weave safe. Studied hard. Evan met her eyes. Your lead. Claws traced his arm. Band aligns deeper. Heat rises. Pulse quickened. Human norm. Adapt. Connect. Alien wonder stared back. Toma piloted hard. Rivals file block. Claim your substitutes profane. Rao reviews at dawn. Jern Comed from rear. I vouch weaves, but they test you solo tomorrow. Sayuli gripped Evan's hand. Together, shuttle banked, city lights blurred. Safe house loomed, fortified dome. Door hissed open. Jern swept first. Clear. Inside, barrier down. Single chamber. Bed wide. Plates steamed ready. Sayuli shed outer robe. Scales gleamed. Night right, private. Bill proof. Evan nodded. Studied her moves. Substituted again. Hand hover. Name. Honor. Sayeli Vorn. She closed gap. Tail curled his waist safe zone. Heat shared. Band blazed. Dawn would test. Rivals waited. But spark held. Toma's last calm. Sleep light. Petition approved. Duel at trial. Claws lingered. Partnership plunged. One gesture wrong. End. Evan pulled her closer. Adapted. One. Guards hammered the safe house door. Jern yanked it open. 3 rivals strode in. Cloaked figures with data slates glowing. Verification audit. The lead one snarled. Crests flared. Human fraud. Suspect. Solo interrogation. Evan stood from the bed. Sayeli tensed beside him, tail flicking. Jern blocked her path. Law mandates isolation. Real's order. Toma hovered at the comm panel. Evan, stick to rights. No improv. Rival shoved Evan into the antechamber. Door sealed. Led rival, Vexar, clan mark on his robe. Thrust a slate forward. Recite binding weave. Word perfect or void. Evan straightened. Practical fix. Recall. Deliver. Sally Vaughan, Banda limes deeper. Heat rises. Weave safe. Vexar circled. Claws tapped slate. Substitute gestures. Human hands profane collar lock. Prove intent. Intent honors, Evan said. Studied archives. Fixed logistics, same trace error. Correct. Second rival snorted. Outsider claims mastery. Perform null right reversal. Fail and collar shatters. Fraud exposed. Evan eyed the color projection on slate. Simulated lock. He mimed the sequence. Hover. Name. Align. Slate chimed green. Vexar crests drooped. Passable mimicry. Third rival leaned in. Breath hissed, but dawn dual petition. You fight for her. Soft flesh versus shield? Teamwork wins, Evan replied. Not domination. They huddled. Slate synced. Vexar spat data to Keth's channel. Audit provisional pass. Real defers to clan proof. But we watch. Door unseal. Siley rushed forward. Claws gripped Evan's arm. held true. Jern nodded once. They probe weak, you stone. Toma exhaled. Rael bought time, but rivals push for full trial. Safe House 2 resident steward awaits verification. Shuttle lifted. Evan sat close to Saeli. Her scales warmed his side. Collar. Show manufacturer seal. She tilted head. Crest puzzled. Seal. Right bound. Why? Trace mod. Logistics check. He pulled embassy scanner from kit. Compact. Reliable. Residence dome gleamed ahead. Spire tower amid clan halls. Shuttle docked. Jern swept corridors. Clear. Steward waited in vault chamber. Elderly alien. Robes embroidered with Vorn crests. Eyes darted. Saeli faced him. Verification. Human proves weaves. Release clan audit. Steward bowed low. Noble Saeli. Collar pure. Rights honored. Evan knelt by her neck. Collar gleamed. Gold weave. Status lock. Seal here. She parted scales. He scanned. Device beeped. Data streamed. Lines froze. Illegal mod. Bypass lock. Not factory. Saweli's crest spiked. Tail lashed. Tampa. Clan blood. Steward paled. Claws twisted. Impossible. Standard forge. Lies. Saeli grabbed his slate. Claws pierced case. Logs. Now. Evan cross-checked scanner. Mod code matches black market rig. Embassy flags it pirate tech. Jern loomed. Steward. Speak or I extract. Steward crumpled. Rival. Order. Clan Lyrax. Paid forge to weaken color. Force. Breach. Claim your binding void. Seize estates. Saeli's roar echoed. Traitor! Lyrax poisons Vorn line. Vault door buckled. Blaster wine pierced. Jern dove. Tackled Saeli and Evan behind pedestal. Bolt scorched wall. Assassin! Jern barked. Shield gauntlet deployed. Energy dome snapped up. Second bolt ricocheted. Evan rolled. Cracked Stewart's dropped slate. Hacked quick log assassin ID. Lyrax higher. East vent. Jern fired. Sniper yelped. Body thudded ducked. Jern sealed vents. Lockdown klaxons wailed. Dome shields activated. Guard swarmed. Toma sealed shuttle bay. Embassy alert. Rail inbound. Saeli clutched Evan. Heat surged through band. Collar trap. Not marriage. Lyrax rigged fall. Evan nodded. Scanner confirmed. Mod triggered on removal. Meant to kill wearer. Frame outsider. His yank saved her. Fixed it first. Questions later. Steward chained. Mercy noble. Confessed to Ral. Saeli's claws retracted. Eyes locked Evan's. You traced truth. Human sight cuts deep. Jern clapped Evan's shoulder. Hard. Vouch stronger now. But Lyrax strikes again. Trial duel. You're back. Magistrate Keth Ral stormed vault. Hard eyes scanned. Audit evolves. Tamper-proof. Rival summoned. Human testify. Evan stood firm. Saeli's tail curled his leg. Anchor. Partnership sealed deeper. Rivals schemed. Duel loomed. But fraud. Flipped. Collar's lie cracked wide. Toma whispered. Petition holds. Fight smart. Keth's slate glowed. Dawn duel confirmed. Lyrax champion versus pair. Saeli's grip tightened. Claws pricked. Promise. Evan adapted. One bigger. Residents locked tight. Guards patrolled. Saeli led to inner chamber robes shed. Scales flushed. Proof. Builds. Heat full. Evan matched. Gestures true. Band blazed. Night right deepened. Trust forged in fire. Dawn duel waited. Lyrak's blade hungered, but hook sank. Collar's temper exposed the real prey. Her, them, victory sharpened. Jern's calm crackled. Scouts report Lyrak's fleet. Blockade incoming. Evan pulled scanner, traced next mod. Adapted fast. 1. Evan thrust the scanner forward, its screen glowing with the collar's sabotage data. Magistrate Kethral snatched it, claws scraping the case. Saeli's tail brushed Evan's calf, steady anchor amid the vault's echoing stone. Tampered, Evan said. Lyrak's mod. Removal trigger set to fry the wearer. Framed me as killer. Keth's hard eyes flicked between them. Rivals shifted in the shadowed gallery. Lyrak's kin, scales gleaming with hunger. Jern stood at Saeli's flank, spear grounded, gaze drilling Evan. Proof, Keth barked. Words bind nothing. Reopening demands blood or fire. Saeli stepped up, band pulsing hot on her throat. Human traced it. Demand audit. Now, Keth's slate hummed. He jabbed a claw. Live test. Collar rearmed, non-lethal. Prove death pattern or forfeit claim. Evan's gut tightened. Embassy kit weighed his belt. He'd jury-rigged it last night. Saeli nodded once, claws flexing. Go clear. Demo the trap. Flip the law. Jern growled low. Human gambles her scales. Watch, Evan replied. He cracked the collar open on Keth's bench, exposing fried circuits. Wires snaked wrong. Lyrak's hack, scanner confirmed. He slotted embassy sensors. Biofeedback dummy, voltage mimic. Rearm, Evan said. Simulate removal. Keth signaled a tech. Collar clicked shut on the dummy. A scaled arm replica from Sally's guard kit. Tension spiked. Rivals leaned in, tails lashing. Evan triggered the pull. Zap arcs, spat blue fire. Burn pattern bloomed. Exact match to Saeli's neck scars, etched in hollow scan overlay. Dummy smoked. Circuits popped. See, Evan pointed. Kill shot. Aimed at her. Outsider takes blame. Kath's slate beat affirm. Gallery hissed. Lyrak's brothers surged forward. Lies! Human tamper. Silence. Keth roared. Match irrefutable. Sabotage confirmed. Right voided. Unless Saeli's claws dug Evan's arm. Rivals closed ranks, eyes on her unclaimed status. Law loomed. Noble unbound drew claimants. First blood sealed it. Toma slipped in from the side vault, whispering fast. She's exposed. Claim her public, Evan, or they swarm. Saeli's scales flushed deeper blue. Heat band throbbed, Night's forge still fresh. She faced Keth, voice steel. Reopening granted. But I choose. Evan Mercer, human shield, truth seer. He wears my band husband by right. Words hit like a shock claw. Gallery exploded, shouts, tails thrashing. Lyrak's kin bellowed. Challenges. Evan's pulse hammered. Public, out loud. Her eyes locked his, fierce, unyielding. Keth raised a claw. Silence crashed. Claim witnessed. Ban verifies. Pair sealed. Rivals, stand down or duel at dawn. Jern clapped Evan's back, grip testing bone. She picks soft skin. Bold or desperate. Evan met her gaze. Sally's tail curled his leg again. Possession. Promise. Your law, he said low. My fix. Pete surged through band. Partnership locked. But Keth's slate pinged urgent. Blockade tightens. Lyrax's fleet masses orbit. Duel advances. Hourglass turns. Rivals filed out. Glares promising blades. Saeli pulled Evan toward inner hall. Guards sealed doors. Jern posted double sentries. Claim saves neck, she said, robes whispering off. Scales gleamed, band blazing. Prove worthy now. Evan's stripped vest matched her press. Claws raked light, trust etched deeper. Bodies synced, alien rhythm to human drive. Heat built, reignited. Her gasp echoed his grunt. Forge tightened. Dawn loomed closer. Jern's calm crackled outside. Champion sighted. Lyrax's blade master inbound. Evan rolled off her, scanner in hand. Traced fleet signals, modded beacons, sabotage echo. Not just duel. Trap incoming. Saeli's claws gripped his shoulder. Together, cut it. Tama burst in, face slick. Embassy pull strings? Diplo shield? Or fight? Guess runner hammered the gate. Court, summons. Fleet demands pair's blood. Yield or arena now. Evan rigged sensors to color husk. Fleet hack mirrored. Proof stacked. Saeli donned armor, tail lashing. Trues held, now defend. They strode out. Jern fell in, spear ready. Rivals waited in torchlit square. Lyrax's champion flexed twin blades, eyes on Saeli. Keth mounted Des. Duel right. Sabotage purged, pair versus blade. Win, blockade lifts. Lose, all forfeit. Crowd roared. Evan palmed hidden emitter. Embassy edge. Human fix. Alien fury. Sally's claws pricked his palm. Signal. Champion lunged. Blades whirled. Jern parried first strike. Evan dodged scanner beeping fleet. Override. Thank, Saeli hissed. She vaulted, tail whipping foe's leg. Evan triggered emitter. Holo decoys split their fawns. Blade master slashed air. Jern speared low. Evan slammed scanner to neckjack, hacked collar signal jammed champion's vambrace. Blades locked inert. Foe staggered. Saeli struck true. Claw to throat seal. Blood sprayed. Champion dropped. Crowd stilled. Keth boomed. Pair prevails. Fleet stand down. Orbitals blinked off. Blockade cracked. But Lyrax's brother shoved forward, hidden dagger flashing at Saeli's back. Evan yanked her aside, fist cracking jaw. Bone crunched. Jern chained him. Second tamper. Deeper plot. Saeli's eyes burned into Evan's. Shows right. Human cuts true. Band flared. Hot. Kef nodded. Union ratified. Residence yours. Got it. Toma grinned. News feeds explode. Hero husband. Night fell. Inner chamber sealed. Saeli's scales pressed close. Law binds. Heart follows? Evan pulled her in. Gestures answered. Slow, sure. Trust forged, eternal. Jern's calm crackled anew. Scout's flag, Lyrak's remnant. Hidden strike, prepped. Evan traced Maud, adapted, won again. But deeper schemes stirred. Pair unbreakable. Threat evolved. Keth's podium hummed. Hollow screens flickered with arrest feeds. Lyrak's brother chained. Accomplices dragged from shadows. Conspirators sabotaged the collar, Keth declared. His voice cut the chamber like a blade. Forced bond penalty nullified. They face reclamation. Scales stripped. Status voided. Evan leaned forward in the witness dock. His embassy cuff itched under the band. Jern flanked him, tail coiled tight. Saili sat rigid beside the magistrate, her noble crest high. Crowd murmured. Cameras whirred from upper tiers. Toma whispered from the human envoy's seat. Take the win, Mercer. Shuffles fueled. Evan ignored him. Fixed the real break. Keth turned scaled eyes on him. Human. You tampered, yet proved pairworth. Embassy offers payout, 10 million credits. Walk free. No bond. Evan stood. No deal. Gasps rippled. Saeli's claws flexed on her armrest. Jern's grip tightened on his hilt. Fool's pride. Evan met Keth's gaze. Your law binds visitors to collars they touch. Coercive traps. Add a treaty clause. No forced bonds on exchange personnel. Ban sabotage collars outright. Chamber stilled. Keth's frills flared. Red anger or respect? Demands from an outsider? Keth rumbled. You presume much. Evan tapped his scanner. Pulled up fleet logs. Blockade cost your trade lanes billions. My fix cleared it. Human terms. Mutual respect, or humans pull logistics support. Your ports grind to halt. Toma hissed. Evan, don't poke the nest. Sally rose. Her voice sliced clean. He speaks truth. Lyrak's twisted my right. Humans severed it clean. Honor the ask. Keth drummed claws. Holopen scratched parchment. Addendum drafted. Signed by Dawn, or payout stands alone. Outcome sealed. Evan sat. Jern grunted approval. First test passed. Servitors wheeled in data slates. Treaty glowed. Clause 17. Visitor exemption from collar coercion. Evan scanned lines. Solid. No loopholes. Toma clapped his shoulder. You're insane. News feeds call you hero husband. Embassy wants you shipped home quiet. Not done, Evan said. Salih approached as chamber cleared. Her scales gleamed under dome lights. Band matched his, pulsing sync. Exit right awaits, she said. Claws brushed his wrist. Ancient ceremony. Severs bond clean. My status restores. Noble house intact. You leave unscarred. Evan studied her. Eyes like polished obsidian. Tail flicked. Nervous tell. Jern loomed behind. Wise choice, soft skin. She needs no weak link. Pressure mounted. Toma nodded, frantic from the exit ramp. Evan waited. Clean break. Back to shipments. No strings. But her stance, disciplined, unbroken. She'd fought beside him, claws in his palm. Trust earned in blood. No, Evan said. Not exiting. Saeli's crest dipped. Law allows it. Why chain yourself? He pulled a fresh slate from his kit. Embassy template. Human contract mod. Mutual bond. On my terms. She scanned it. Frills twitched. Equals, no status tiers. Shared residence. Shared guard duty. Partnership, Evan said. You lead rights. I handle logistics. Opt-out clause, 6 cycles. No penalty. Real choice. Jern snorted. Humans dilute law. Saeli tilted head. Your kindness started this. Now you anchor it. Evan stepped close. Felt her heat. Scale texture under fingers. Kindness fixed the trap. This builds something. Lyrax remnants hunt. We face them paired, strong. Her claws laced his. Band-warmed, sync flare. Bold. Reckless. Accepted. Kef's seal stamped digital. Bond. Locked. Mutual. Human-flavored. Toma groaned. You're bonded. For real. Embassies exploding. Jern saluted sharp. Prove worthy, human, or I end you. Chamber. Doors hissed shut. Saeli led to residence wing. Inner sanctum. Low lights, woven mats, scent of spice and steel. She poured chalice wine. Passed it. First right. Shared hearth. Evan sipped. Tart burn. Her tail curled near his leg. Claim subtle. Calm buzzed. Jern's voice. Lyrax scout net breached outer perimeter. Armed. Back to your chambers. Evan dropped chalice. Grabbed scanner. Positions. Silently unsheathed claws. 3 hostiles. Vents. Jern barked outside. Defend. Door rattled. Blaster wine pierced metal. Evan yanked Saeli behind pillar. Scanner hacked vent locks. Sealed, too. Third drop through, blade high. She vaulted. Tail whipped leg. Foe stumbled. Evan slammed emitter. Shock pulse dropped him twitching. Jern burst in. Chained the invader. Flawless. Human adapts fast. Saeli pressed against Evan. Breath synced. Partnership holds. He traced her band. Told you. But her eyes sharpened. Deeper. Lyrax whispers of elder plot. Blood oath against unions. Evan nodded. Modded scanner for deep scans. We trace it. Together. Dawn broke. Treaty beamed to fleets. Ports hummed alive. Toma pinged frantic. Mercer, you're trending galaxy-wide. Human claims alien bride. Pull out! Evan silenced it. Watched Saeli drill forms. Grace lethal. Why stay? Clean exit waited. Payouts piled. Her glance met his. Smile cracked scales. Partnership clicked. Like gears locking true. Threats circled. But pair unbreakable. He stayed. Fixed what mattered. Her residence sealed. Night deepened. Claws intertwined. Heart followed law. Jern's next alert crackled. Elder Lyrax summons court. Challenges bombed validity. Evan grinned. Adapted. One. Incoming.